Looking ahead to next week, we'll preview some games. We'll start with a SEC matchup, two ranked teams, number 24 Mississippi State going against number 6 Alabama. Alabama was they kind of flip-flopped here. Last week Bama was 3, Tennessee 6. Now Tennessee 3, Bama number 6 after that loss. But yeah, Mississippi State comes into Alabama. Alabama favored by 21 and a half points here. Um, this is underrated Mississippi State team. They have an offense. I don't want to compare them to Tennessee per se,
Right.
but yeah, still a super explosive air raid offense. They're gonna sling it. They're gonna put up tons of yards on you in the air, and they go into Bama. Bama's gonna be. They're pissed. They
Yeah,
lost.
Bama's out for blood now that they got a loss middle of the season too at that.
Yeah, but so Bama has that loss, but Bama, they haven't really looked like the machine that they've been. Now it's like it's funny how as soon as a team like Bama loses, all these reports come out that maybe Nick Saban isn't going to finish his contract. He doesn't have the same control over the players, blah blah.
Yeah,
It's like, all right, how much of this is real and how much of this is just people
it's
waiting
just like
for the the king to misstep.
yeah,
But yeah, it'll be interesting to see how the rest of the season plays out as far as this game goes. This is a tough one for Bama. They're kind of down. I'm sure Nick Saban's going to have his guys ready to go and stuff like that. I think Bama's going to win this game. I don't know if they're going to cover 21 and a half points. They kind of seem to be playing some closer games as of late and not really,
blowing out.
yeah,
teams
not
the way
not
that
blowing
they
out
usually do.
teams like they usually do and really just getting on them early and then stepping on their neck. So, yeah, but this will could be a fun one, and I mean, I wouldn't predict the Mississippi State win here, but who knows? Maybe they take
Imagine
advantage and catch them when they're down. 2 losses for Bama this soon. That would be
that's.
something.
I think that's completely out of the
Look,
playoffs.
look. If that happens, I think man, that'll be a big shocker to a lot of teams, and maybe kind of signal the change of some things coming in. As far as Nick Saban and
And
continuing to
even
coach. He might. I don't know. He doesn't seem like a quitter, obviously, but
right.
for it might signal that maybe some of these other reports are true, and um,
Well, I
yeah,
think it's the control factor is a little bit based more on like what control like does he really have like with everybody with these NILs now, and
hmm
now these players are making money, and it's like you can't it's that's the whole thing with the NFL. It's like you can't be a college coach, go to the NFL and think you're going to tell grown men who make more than you how to go about their job, how to go about their professionalism and things like that. Like, so maybe that's a challenge. I don't know. I don't know if that would be a challenge for Nick Saban, being that his program is so well oiled. But again, it's just like you said, there might be some truth to it if they do lose, but I think we'll see on Saturday what the end result is of that game.
yeah, for sure, for sure. On to the West Coast, we got a big Pac-12 matchup. Number 9 UCLA going into number 10 Oregon. Top 10 ranked matchup. Should be a fun one. Um, Both of these teams have been playing very well as of late. Oregon, obviously, they got demolished by Georgia first game of the year, but since then have kind of bounced back pretty strong and um, shown they could both play offense and defense. UCLA looking like a pretty complete team so far. We talked, a lot about their quarterback and, their coach Chip Kelly really getting their program together. And yeah, this one, a huge Pac-12 matchup, probably one of the top 3 matchups of the year for the conference. And yeah, it'll be interesting to see will UCLA, one of the few undefeated teams left in college football, will they be able to come out with that win? I think if they look, if UCLA comes out with that win, they might be, they're probably
Top five.
they're going to be one of the favorites to win the conference. Obviously, USC has one loss as well, but yeah, UCLA, they'll be closing in. I don't know if they get to top five, but if not, they'll be right outside of it. And certainly in the hunt for a playoff. We also talked about earlier about when USC comes to the Big Ten. Look, if Chip Kelly is still in UCLA and they have their program running like this,
He may be running the whole Pac-12.
UCLA might be. UCLA is coming over too, and they were kind
Oh,
of the
are they?
throwing.
Oh,
They were
yeah,
kind
yeah,
of
yeah,
like the
right.
throwing team. Nobody really cared. They were coming over as a pair, but yeah, would be nice to have a strong UCLA team in the mix as well. Really help the conference be a lot stronger and a lot more fun matchups to go over there. We will move on to another ranked matchup. This is a Big 12 matchup between number 20 Texas and number 11 Oklahoma State. Texas favored in this one by 6. This line moved a bit. I saw it at 5 to kind of start off the week. But yeah, Oklahoma State, you know, comes off a tough loss against TCU last week.
Right.
uh, where TCU kind of surged late and got the win to end the game. Texas is a team that, we saw their potential in that Alabama game early before Quinn Ewers got hurt, and it's a game that Alabama ultimately won close. Now they have Ewers back. They've kind of have their offense rolling. They're explosive again. They look like one of the stronger teams in the league. If they didn't drop those few games, they'd probably be much higher ranked.
Yeah, for sure.
But yeah, they go to Oklahoma State. Oklahoma State's a tough place to play. They play both sides of the ball, that team, and
Oklahoma State's loaded too at that. So
yeah,
that's offensively they're a very strong team, and Texas. I mean, they showed that they can slow down offenses, just like you said with the whole Alabama game. But again, they would have to put up points, and Quinn Ewers would have to play stellar football at that. So I mean, well, with the whole situation and being at Oklahoma State, that obviously is gonna favor Oklahoma State. But I think I have Texas. I think I have Texas winning this game. But again, obviously Oklahoma's at home, so it's like
yeah. I think I'm kind of with you on this one. I think Oklahoma State is a solid team. They're a well coached team by Mike Gundy, but yeah, the way Texas plays when Ewers is there this year, it's something else, and they've completely changed the narrative. I mean, going into the year, when Ewers was announced the starter, it was like being talked about behind the scenes that Hudson Card was playing like the better quarterback and this and that, and there was thoughts that maybe they might start slow with Ewers because he hasn't really got a grip of it. He should be a true freshman if he didn't go to Ohio State last year. But yeah, I mean he's been lights out pretty much since he's been playing, and that offense, it's probably going to be something too explosive for Oklahoma State to contain here, even on the road. So yeah, I agree. I like Texas in this game as well.